So many people have poverty mentality and have no idea that they have it. Poverty mindset, it puts blinders on your eyes and it doesn't allow you to see solutions. It puts fears in your heart. It makes you feel less qualified than others. It seals your ambition and tears you down by reminding your past failures. It tells you that your dreams are impossible, and it convinces you that the biggest dream for you could be not to lose. Of course, it sounds terrible, and it's supposed to feel terrible for you as well. So today I will share 5 signs that you potentially have of poverty mentality. I need you to work very hard to get rid of a few of them as well. So I hope today will help you to realize that if you do not have financial abundance that you're looking for, that could be because you have one of those 5 signs of poverty mentality. Now, poverty mentality is very interesting because a lot of times poverty mentality comes generations down. That means it could be that poverty mind is coming from grandparents and it's passed down onto you. So that means it's not your fault that you have poverty mentality, but it's damn your responsibility to fix it. And a lot of times, poverty mentality is installed slowly and soundly, and that means that you are not able to see it and not aware of that. And when you think about any kind of problem, if you're not aware of the problem, you're not able to fix it. So today, I hope that it will bring awareness and it will allow you to see it, understand it, and take control of it and make better choices, take actions, and get out of poverty mentality and move into abundance mentality. So today, we'll share 5 signs that you might have poverty mentality. So first sign is that you judge and resent successful people. And you think that wealth is bad. And let's look into first thing. So a lot of times people say that money is bad. But money is never a bad thing. It's neutral. It's a tool. So there is neither bad and neither good. Neither good, neither bad. So let's look into other tool. Let's look at a hammer. So that means with the hammer, you can nail the hammer the nail and you can help to build a house. But with the same hammer, other person could take the same hammer and break the car's window and steal something from the car. So do you say that the hammer is bad because someone stole the purse of the car? No, you say that the person who stole the purse from the car is bad. So that's exactly the same with money. Money is not good or bad. It depends who uses it. Now, second thing about this point that people resent successful people is that when you resent someone, what do? You walk away as far as possible from those people. But when you change your perspective and you start admiring people who has a lot of money, and then get excited about their success, and you go to them and ask, what did you do to get to that level? What did you do to succeed and become financially free? And they tell you all the advices, all the wisdom, and you take that advice and use in your life and get exactly the same results. But while other people resent and they go away and do totally different things, and that's why they're poor. So that means you need to start learning how to admire and get excited about other successes and learn from those successes that you could use for your own benefit. Second is short-term pleasures. A lot of times people who have a poor mentality or poverty mentality, they're looking at short-term things. And of course, short-term things have long-term consequences. So people who have poverty mentality blame those long-term consequences on others. And they say, oh, my husband said that I'm fat, or my wife didn't support me, or my parents was alcoholic. There are so many reasons that people come up and they complain something else, but not themselves. But when you really take responsibility and take actions regarding your life, and when you take responsibility and take control of your life, everything is possible. So poverty mentality blames someone else, and abundance mentality always takes control and it never blames. Third is shamelessly speak about money. That means poverty mentality always it feels very comfortable speaking about money. But like any kind of health, like if you are not healthy and if you have sickness, you go to a doctor, you tell everything how you feel, and you describe into the details how bad you feel, and that doctor is able to describe and gives you some like medicine, and after that you start using that medicine, you're able to get better slowly and you improve and you get healthy. Exactly the same with finance health. You need to go and find a mentor, a guide who could know exactly what's happening with your life. So that means you need to share everything, every single detail about your day-to-day decisions that you make with your finances. And you need to be vulnerable, and you need to share your finances, because a lot of times people are very secretive about their finances because they don't want anyone else to know how bad their finance is. But when you share openly about your situation, someone is able to give advice, and you're able to improve your life and improve your finances. Number 4 is very interesting, because a lot of times people who has poverty mentality, they think that they are very mature and they are very wise, and they create very incredible stories why they are less successful than other people. And then if you find yourself finding some stories to tell yourself, and most importantly, you start to believe those stories, but those stories are wrong, what you need to do, you need to find people who potentially is less wise than you in life, in health, but they are very wise in finances. And that means it could be a very good completion. You share about life, and that other person could give you advice on finances. And when you able to forget about all the stories that you want to tell to yourself and find a person who is much more wiser in the finance field, in the abundance field, you're able to switch advices, and then you're able to improve. Number 5 is very, very important as well. I think that I was stuck there, and I truly believe that a lot of people are stuck there as well. And people speak about materialism, and they are criticizing people how other people use their own money. And I remember my friend said that when someone is having a supercar, you can love it or you can hate it. And if you hate it, that means that you're not able to afford it. And a lot of times it is, but people are hating things that they are not able to afford. Second thing is that when I think about criticizing people where they spend their money, and I will share the story about true materialism. Because a lot of times people say that, okay, this person has multiple cars, is very materialistic, but I truly don't believe that that's what it shows, materialism. So let's look into the person. Let's just look at a guy. Let's say like he is 40 years old, he has 2 daughters, and he has a wife. So after work at 5:30, he's driving home, and he's hearing his engine in his car, that something is wrong with his engine. So he comes back at 6, he doesn't eat. He just grabs some snacks and goes to the garage and starts to fix his car. He works very hard, it takes a little bit longer, and he finishes in 5 hours his engine, and he's happy that he's finished and everything is fixed. So next, the same evening he comes back home, everyone is sleeping, he goes to sleep, and next day he comes back after work at 6 p.m. and shares his story to his whole family, 2 daughters and a wife. Yesterday I worked on my engine, and in 5 hours I finished my engine, and everything works perfectly, and it will not cost me $100, because if I could send that car to my mechanic, at least $100 could go out of my pocket. What it says that I saved $100, but what truly this story means? It says that $100 is much, much more important than spending time with your family. Like, for me, it's mind-blowing, because that person could spend a whole evening, 5 hours, with his family, with 2 daughters and a wife, and give that $100 to a mechanic to fix it. But no, he spent that evening by himself fixing a car, then saying that he saved $100 by wasting his family time. And I truly believe that this is true materialism, because when people, the same person will say that, oh, other person has 2 multiple cars, he's materialistic. And those people are lying to themselves. A lot of times they're lying. They're not aware where true materialism is coming from. It's better to really give your car to a mechanic and spend your time with your family than fixing that car by yourself. While buying multiple cars is just having options, because if that person who have multiple cars spending most of his time with his most important people, with his family, he's not materialistic, because he just have options, because he has money, he's able to afford it. When you think about all those 5, judge and resent successful people, complain about long-term consequences and find blame. 3rd one is shamelessly speak about money. 4 is creating weird stories why you are less successful. And 5, materialism. And you find different places to see materialism, and you criticize other people how they spend their money. So I hope that you will see and really recognize your shortcomings, because I needed to work very hard to overcome those. So I hope that you will start choosing differently and acting differently to overcome those poverty mindset and start to move to totally an abundance mindset. So I hope you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.